Hi guys, Tina Murray here. How are you today? I hope you're really well. Just wanted to ask you, are you really looking after you? If I came to your house to design it, who would I be designing for? Could you tell me exactly what it is that you needed? What it was that you wanted to create the best house, the best space that you were in? Could you be really specific about it? Because when you're designing you need to be that specific. You need to have a really clear understanding of your own interior design so you can work with that. Because we should be working with our strengths. People who say work on your weaknesses, I don't quite connect with that. Instead, I believe we should be working with our strengths, working with our values, working with what we need, and delegating the rest, or just not doing the rest. Give yourself permission to not do everything. This whole idea about us being super people, let it go. But how you can be closer to being a super person is by actually embracing your strengths. Because as a designer, I'm designing specifically for you, your needs, your wants, no one else. And I can't do that unless you can communicate it with me. You can tell me exactly what it is that you want. Now, often that comes at a bit of a cost. It's difficult to get in touch with our interior. When I was younger, I was really fearful of it. It took a lot of work, a lot of depth, a lot of just jumping and knowing that I needed to create something better. To take that leap of faith, to dare to go inside, to see what I'm really like in the interior. And believe me, there's some pretty ugly bits there. There's a whole lot of stuff that's happened to me in my life which has shaped the person that I am. I have my own values. And there's been a whole lot of experiences that I've taken good things from, but I've also taken bad habits from. And the chances are you're exactly the same. Because when we're designing uniquely for us. And the only way we can get the best outcome, exactly what it is that we really want, is to delve really deeply and see who we are in our interior. And it takes guts. It takes a lot of guts. You know, when I was a kid, some of you may know, my dad stopped talking to me when I was 14. And I make no bones about the fact that's obviously made me a different person from someone who had their dad around all the time. And has it made me a bad person? Has it made me a better person? I don't know. It's made me who I am. But I've also had choices in that. So I've chosen to get a better understanding of why my dad may have done that. He's not a bad man. He had his own needs, and unfortunately his needs didn't work with him nurturing me. Is that okay? No, probably not. But me understanding, getting a better idea of where he's come from has left me to be able to go, that happened to me. Yes, it's influenced me in a number of ways, and I'll tell you about one of them in a minute. But it doesn't necessarily make me a bad person. In fact, in lots of ways, it has taught me to love with all my heart, to go out and go after what I want. To really be someone who is engaged and focused on the people that I'm with. Now, am I perfect at it? No. But I'm really aware of that connection and really wanting to maintain and develop that connection with people that I care for. Now, one of the things that happened for me is I didn't have kids. And when I was married, we put off having kids, and in a big part, there was lots of things happening. We were moving interstate, my husband's career was taking off. I'd gone back to study and became an interior designer. So there was a whole lot of stuff that happened, which was easy for us not to choose to have kids at that time. But what I found is down the track, when we started to have serious conversations about it, I was really scared that I might not be the best mum, because I was scared that I might feel perhaps like my dad did. In the end, it meant we never had kids. And then, as some of you may know, I went through IVF as a single woman many years later. And that unfortunately didn't work for me either, because I'd left it too late. Note to all those chicks who want to put it off too late, it's true. Don't put it off. But what I'm saying is that things that happen to us in our past do shape our future, but it's how we embrace them and how we really recognize in ourselves who we are at our interior, that we can start to move forward, because we need those tools to be able to design our best life. We need to understand ourselves from the inside out. Just like as a designer, I need to understand you to create the best house for you. So it's fearful, it's not easy, it's a lifetime's work, and you're never going to be perfect. But if you can, just take that small step to jump inside and see who you really are, so you can get a better understanding of what it is that you really want from life. And if you need some help, reach out. I'm happy to have a chat with you and see where we can take it as you design it, communicate it, and live it.